This is the video tutorial for the Happy Days hanging hearts. And this is how you make it. For each heart you'll need 2 small pieces of contrasting fabric, a small amount of toy stuffing and a long needle, sometimes called a doll needle. I've glued my template onto a piece of card to make it easier to draw around. I'm now going to draw around the template using my heat erasable pen. I've drawn around my heart on the reverse of my fabric. Now I'm going to put my 2 pieces of fabric together. I'm placing my 2 fabrics right sides together, so pretty side to pretty side. And now I'm going to add some pins all the way around. I've added lots of pins all the way around and a couple in the middle. I'm now going to take it over to the sewing machine and sew all the way around on the line. So I'm using that line as my sewing line. I'm going to stop here and leave a gap and then start again till I've sewn all the way around it. I've sewn all the way around on the line, remembering to leave my gap. I'm now going to remove all my pins. As a guide to help me with cutting out, I've drawn a line about 1/4 inch from my sewing line and I've drawn this all the way around. I'm now going to carefully cut out using that new line that I've just drawn all the way around. I've cut all the way around using that extra line I drew, and I've also snipped into the corner there, and I've also snipped across there, and I've also snipped all the way around the curve for a much better finish when we turn it. Now take your time when you're doing this because you don't want to be snipping through your stitches. I'm now going to turn it the right way out through the gap I left. I've turned it the right way out and pressed it, and now I'm going to start stuffing him through the gap I left. I've stuffed my heart, and all that's left now is to fold in the raw edges and hand stitch the gap closed. That's my first heart all finished, and I'm now going to go off and make another 2. I've made 3 hearts all in the same way, and now I'm going to string them all together. I've threaded my extra long needle and I've used double thread for extra thickness and strength. I've taken my ribbon and I've found the centre of it by folding it in half, and I've threaded my needle through the centre. Fold it back out. Do it a couple of times to give it a bit more strength. I'm now going to push my needle through here, just in the middle, and push it all the way through and come out at the very end. I've gone in through the centre here and I've come out the centre at the bottom. I've threaded my needle all the way down and this has automatically pulled the ribbon down. And now I'm going to do exactly the same for the next heart. So take your needle again and find the centre and carefully thread it through. I've threaded my second heart, and now I'm going to do exactly the same for my last one. I've threaded all the way through my third heart, and I've made sure that they're all close together, and I'm now going to cast off at the very end of this heart. Finally, tie a knot in the two ends of your ribbon, or you might want to make a bow, and that's your happy days hanging hearts all finished.